Let's turn our attention to pDAI, something that people are not talking about anymore, or not frequently anyway. I remember just a mere few weeks ago, I would see on Twitter, Atropa was all the rage, teddy bear, the best meme coin on PulseChain and the Atropa ecosystem. pDAI is going to peg to $1, yada, yada, yada. So we have seen, there was a crazy run up. I even fell victim so far anyway to it, and threw a couple of shekels in, nothing that I regret or anything like that, which is down, I don't know, a lot, 70% or something. So we're not seeing as much about pDAI. Basically, it's plunged pretty hard, while the whole Atropa ecosystem has plunged pretty hard, while PulseChain has been pumping like hell over the last couple of weeks. I saw a tweet from somebody Monday, and there's really no point even giving this any credence, I don't think, because I don't even remember who it was, and, they can basically wipe your ass with this statement. But he said, if pDAI fails, PulseChain fails. I saw DCC, Dollar Cost Crypto, retweeted it laughing. But that is a maniacal statement. I don't even understand. I mean, there was no talk of even a pegged stablecoin or pDAI whatsoever at the beginning of PulseChain. So that's just something that people have kind of gone head over heels for and solely focused on since then. But yeah, I'm not seeing as many Atropa people anywhere right now. I'm not saying that the whole thing is dead. I actually fully believe, I saw enough going on with that, whatever you want to call it, entity, ecosystem, the 414 wallet, all that stuff, that I think there's certainly validity there. I don't have, concrete opinions about things as much as some people, and I'd be lying if I told you that I've read into it and know as much about it as they do. I haven't gone down the rabbit hole, but some things did add up to me. So either way, are we just not seeing people talk about it because candles went red? Is the narrative dead? What do you make of it? I know you were never really a pDAI guy in terms of getting involved. But yeah, what do you make of it? Is this thing dead? Is the narrative just done?
I think it fizzled. A lot of these things have about a 90-day life, 60 to 90 days. There's a lot of hype around it. And when there's such a small group, they just don't have the energy to keep it going, I think, long enough. Now, I will say, and I will give credit to the Tang gang. Those guys have the memes. They have a solid community of people that are putting memes out. That's really what they're about, and you can tell in the price chart. It's it's probably one of the best meme coins on PulseChain. I think it is the best meme coin. And as I said earlier, I think pDAI was the same thing. It was a meme coin. There was this weird narrative that it would peg to $1, and I've been totally against that for ever since it came out. And I read into what it was. I just there's nothing to peg it. Now there's an oracle coming on liquid loans, which could help it once if the right set of circumstances happen. But again, I just don't think there was enough people pushing it. And, once they saw the real stuff taking off, they got out of it and got into what they should have been in the first place. And I hope they didn't lose position again. Like I had said earlier, getting in and out of stuff, trying to catch the one that's going to go up can be hazardous to your to your health, and your financial health. So yeah, I think it's fizzled. It doesn't say it's not going to make some gains. Again, when everything goes up, everything rises. So it all kind of rises together. But I kind of think that it just lost its steam, and there wasn't enough people pushing the narrative to keep it going, and to onboard new people. They only had a few to start with, and they couldn't reach everybody. They only got a few, and then those people may have lost some faith too. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's got about a 60 to 90-day shelf life on a lot of new things, the new shiny object syndrome. And I think that just kind of fell into that category.
I definitely don't think it has fizzled out. I don't think it's dead. I think there's enough people there that want to get it done, and I think there is enough validity in the contract and that entity that there is something going on there. I don't know if that means that it actually does. Again, using the word peg to a dollar versus reach parity momentarily with a dollar or something, I think are two different things. I do think we'll start to see it go back up, like as this ecosystem, corrects and then starts to go back up again. It was so parabolic. I mean, there was just too much happening too quickly. So I think it makes sense that it is coming down here right now. I'm certainly not somebody who's sitting here streaming about pDAI every other day and, acting like it's a big holding for me or anything. I just threw in simply a flyer, like I know a few other people did in the ecosystem that are more traditionalists, if you will. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Maybe I'm just saying that because I hold some. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see.
Possible.
I mean, yeah. But I haven't seen,
you do change your outlook on depending on what you hold. So
you do.
It can, yeah, for sure.
You do, but I have seen enough with that to make me feel that there probably is more going on there. But that said, it is a good lesson. And, I'll detour real quick to Gary Woods, Funding Jim, the other day said this. And he's so right. I forget exactly how he said it, but it was essentially that I'm going to totally butcher it. But, when you buy something, you very quickly will know if it's something that you value regardless of price or not. Because when the price plummets, you feel a lot differently than if it's something that you didn't really believe in versus if you did. And I can say 100% that like the way I felt like with pDAI right now, if it went back to like if I made my money back, I depending upon where Pulse is, I'd probably just cash out and get into Pulse because it's like, and that's an indicator right there. Like why would I even mess around with it if I didn't believe enough in it at the time? And of course, when all that stuff was running up was whenever the whole ecosystem was way down. And now that the ecosystem's way up, it is way down. So it's one of those things. I mean, I'm not somebody who's going to like sell the low and then buy Pulse 2x higher. I'm just going to let it sit there and we'll kind of monitor it. So, but yeah, I think it'll still be around. It'll be interesting to see if it does rebound or not. But I mean, it's been like crickets. I haven't really been seeing anything about it lately.
No, it's been quiet.